So that was one reality which came across. The second aspect is, this is a slide which some of you may have seen before. This is something which was popularized by a company called Luma Partners. And they came up with the aspect of saying that there is so much of a proliferation of social media. Primarily, they talked about it from a personal, social media interaction channels perspective. But what we're seeing is that there is a huge impact right now on what is known as social content management, and there is a complete business angle which is coming across social media as well. I'm not sure if people have been reading reports on social media, but there have been so many reports which have come out in the last few months which says that there is a saturation point which is being reached right now on social media. Users in the UK are actually trying to get out of things like Facebook as well, right? Because it's creating more of a pain today as compared to giving them any further gain on that basis. At the same time, we also realized that there are over 1 billion people who have actually gone across and used social media. So on Facebook alone, you have 900 million plus users who are registered. LinkedIn, 150 million plus. And you're talking about Twitter, who also having 200 million plus. What has been done in the past, and we've seen in the last 1 year or so, a lot of companies came up with the fact that I need to have a social media presence. I need to have a Facebook presence, I need to have a LinkedIn presence, and I need to actually be talking about having a Twitter presence. Why did that come across? Because if we step back and look at the way marketing and customer services were being handled, two different functions, and they were never seeing eye to eye, right? Marketing always used to be going and literally shouting from the rooftops about what I have, right? If you look at HP's case, you look at Veldoc's case, look at any of the cases which we have across, everybody wanted to talk about what do I have today as a product and what can I give you. On the other hand, customer services was always considered as primarily a call center solution. A customer has a challenge or a problem, he will call up my customer service center or a help desk, and I will just answer that particular question if I can. If I don't, I will talk about coming back to them at an appropriate time, and sometimes that never happened. And I think all of us have faced that challenges with consumer durable goods or consumer non-durable goods as well. But just fast forward now to today's scenario. I'm sitting across in, let's say, Cafe Coffee Day, and I've ordered for a coffee. And it takes 10 minutes for them even to respond to me itself. What do I do? What's the normal behavior today which is happening? Right? Most of us own a mobile device. We're sitting there, we're probably answering some calls or answering some mails, and suddenly realize 15 minutes or 10 minutes and there's nobody even come to look at me. I get very upset. What do? The first thing is I go on to Twitter and tweet saying Cafe Coffee Day in MG Road next to Oberoi, service sucks. Right? Is that reality? Have you seen that behavior? I mean, 70% of all interactions which are coming across on social media channels are primarily customer complaints. Now just imagine that if it was a customer service help desk, you could get away by saying, I'll revert to you. Here you have a tweet which has gone across. It says customer services in Cafe Coffee Day on MG Road sucks. And that is actually just going across to all your contacts who are people who are following you on Twitter. That reflects immediately or has an immediate impact on the impression of Cafe Coffee Day in MG Road straight away. And they could see that having an impact on their business. And I think all of us have read about this particular case where a celebrity on Heathrow Airport tweeted about a particular problem he faced at the Heathrow Airport, and within 15 minutes, mind you, 15 minutes, there was a customer services representative who reached out to him and offered a solution, right? What does that tell you? That today, obviously, the corporates are very concerned about what is being talked about them on the social media sites as well, right? So the entire way mobile adoption has changed social media is very, very different because people have more access, they shout, and they're heard, right? So customer services is undergoing a sea change in the way they have to approach the clients as well. And gone are the days where marketing and customer services could be completely segregated. Today they have to work together because it's coming down to 1:1 marketing. It's coming down to how do I handle a customer services, take certain interactions offline, and create a more positive image about myself. Let's look at one more aspect. You want to buy, let's say, a new refrigerator or a new TV. What is the first thing we do today? You browse the internet, look at competing products. How does it figure? Reviews, right? Expert reviews as well as customer, feedback in terms of what has been the usage, etc. That obviously gives us another very powerful kind of a tool to decide what do I buy and what do I not buy. Can a company choose to ignore these aspects, right? And that's where this aspect is becoming very powerful. Companies today can't just, take an ostrich approach and say, I will just bury my head in the sand and forget about it. They've got to look at an aspect of saying, how do I engage with customers? And that's where people start looking towards saying, how do I engage with a customer? Next aspect is, if I've engaged with a customer, how do I convert that into a revenue model? Right? And you've heard about, whether it's been Lakme, where they came up with the concept of the gang of girls, right? It became very, very popular as a concept. They started, and recently there was an article which came across where Micromax, from the mobile perspective, when they were changing their logo, they actually first gave options and took feedback on the social media in terms of what looks better. So crowdsourcing, come back with feedback, and using that customer feedback, go across and change their logo as well. So different companies have started using social media in a very different and innovative manner. But not to forget the customer experience, right? So while you talk about revenue model, you talk about customer, touch points coming into picture, which is to build a loyalty, they also talk about customer experience. Unless and until a customer has a positive experience, there's no way I can actually hold on to them or get them to talk about positive aspects about my brand and expand my business. So those are the key challenges which is coming across. Is social media something which is new? Right? It's not new. It's been there for a few years, but suddenly in the last 1 year, people have started talking much more about the impact of social media, and companies have taken very seriously how do they engage with customers. What has led to this change? The simple aspect is more smart devices which are out there. Sorry? It is becoming more pervasive, absolutely. And the concepts of the innovation which is there, or the initial kind of aspect of saying I have a certain intrigue value of just connecting with my friends on Facebook, right? Or I talk about uploading photos and sharing all these experiences, that novelty factor over a period of time has come down. People are saying, how much time can I spend on Facebook alone, right? And if you look at the developing countries, there is lesser usage of Facebook for those aspects as compared to trying to find out what can I buy, what kind of deals can I get. So today it's not unheard of, whereas in direct marketing, when we used to talk about direct marketing initiatives, our response used to be like 2%. If I send out 100 flyers, probably only 2 people might respond to it or take up my offer of a coupon. But if I have a very strong customer engagement channel on Facebook, and if I give certain promotions out there, the likelihood of that getting taken up is much more because I have a very, very focused group. So I can test new products. I can get feedback on those new products as prototypes before I actually launch a new product. So that's where there's a huge kind of a benefit which is coming across. And this is just one aspect.